What is signal to noise ratio? What is signal to noise ratio? We cannot shy away from this. And we cannot pretend that it is not important. A signal to noise ratio is the comparison of the level of desired signal in a recording to the level of background noise. You can see from this picture. Let's just go through it first. You see your floor level. The noise is at minus 96 dB to minus 66 dB. You see your headroom here is from plus 4 dB to 26 dB, plus 26 dB. Between your headroom and your floor noise, you have your signal to noise ratio, which is the dynamic range. And at plus 4 dB is the normal signal level. Anything above plus 4 dB is taking you to your headroom. And before you know it, you begin to enter plus 26, and by the time from 26 dB above, you enter distortion. So it means that if you don't deal with your noise, floor noise, with the appropriate thing, there's tendency for you to go above the headroom, and there's tendency for you to enter distortion. That's what noise does. So you must be very conservant, you must be very proactive to identify your source of noise. Where is this noise coming from? And you handle it and deal with it. A higher ratio means less noise, and a lower ratio indicates more noise. Ideally, in audio engineering, we want to use equipment that provide the highest signal to noise ratio possible. All this signal to noise ratio, we said that it can also come from our electronic device, for your microphone. So if you are buying a microphone and you don't know the signal to noise ratio and the frequency response of your microphone, as an engineer, you are in big trouble. Because that signal to noise ratio, you cannot overemphasize it. If you are buying a keyboard and you don't know the signal to noise ratio of your keyboard that you are playing to mixer, it's an issue. If you are buying an audio cable or you are constructing a jack cable from your keyboard or from your guitar, and the cable you are using, you don't know the signal to noise ratio of your cable, you are in trouble. All these things are things that contribute tiny, tiny noise that you won't be able to identify. That is why it's always good to go for original products. Either microphone, either your cables, either your XLR, your connectors, they have to be a good one that have a good ratio. I mean, the signal to noise ratio that will make it drop. That's high ratio means less noise. So you have to get the one that has a good high, so that they can already help you to treat or deal with your noise, either floor noise or electronics. And the other noise we are talking about, which are floor noise like the fan, those ones, like the environment, the best thing you can do is turn off your fan. If it's air, breeze around you, you use for a foam, a shield to cover your microphone. That is why you see most of the TV stations, don't think they put that foam on top of their microphone for decoration. It's because of the environment. Where they are reporting, you find some of them reporting beside the road, where you will see truck moving, you will see pedestrians moving, you will see cars moving and there will be noise. They use that shield not because they put the logo of their TV station on it to shield off the floor noise that we are talking about. So when the reporter is talking, you only hear the reporter's voice. It's shed off all the other. So when you are setting up somewhere beside only roof, you should know that this is the type of shield. You have to shield your microphone because the breeze at the seesaw will always disturb your audio. So we are talking about noise. And I think on this page, on signal to noise ratio, I would like to stop this lecture. It's already 45 minutes. Yes, we have done with it. It's already 45 minutes. And I would like to throw open the questions now. I would like us to throw open the questions. So it's questions time now. If you have any question, this is the time to come up and let's talk about it. The floor is open for question now. The floor is.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. Can you
Good
hear me,
evening.
sir?
Yes, I'm with you.
My question is about the game structure on the console. I can't really say it's a question, but it's like I call it for me it's like a norm because at times when you are in an event, because I deal with live band most of the time, and you know these guys are somehow difficult, especially talking drummers, and what are with. They always want to overhear themselves, and at times when you try to tell them that guy, you are too loud. Most of the time, they even want to overshadow even the lead singer and some other instrument. I do tell them that guys, this thing is music. I'll shine the other. But they'll be like, I can't hear myself. I hear the talking. How do we sort out these ones? Because most of the time I use my gain structure to at least give them a little edge over the other. So what can I do, or what can we do? I guess some of my people understand what I'm trying to say here. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Engineer Shola Koyebu. Actually, this syndrome is common everywhere, except for those that do live sound and touch sound tech. The two people you just mentioned, talking drummer and drummer, they are a major issue. But do you know that there's a solution to that particular without tampering with your game? Now, the first thing is that I don't know if there is opportunity before you start your mix to do a sound check with them. I mean, they are present before the music starts. That's number one. If there's opportunity to do a sound check, fine. But most of the solution for them is to create a monitor mix for them through your DAC or your group out, in which their monitor mix, we have sub and we have the high. I mean the speaker. Your speaker that you position for them should be a 18 inches woofer and also maybe full range on top. And you must be able to position it very close behind them. The two drummers. The talking drummer will have his own and the drummer. So they will be like in your mix. They are the only person that you send or you do through your boss. you will give them priority over voices and other instruments. If you are understanding me, from analog, we have auxiliaries. You can use auxiliary 5 for your top, for the mix. That's for the mix for the drummer. I use auxiliary 6 for the sub, top and sub, in which that's auxiliary 5 and auxiliary 6. What will come out of those speakers mainly is talking drummer and the drum sets. You can put a little of voice so that they can also follow the tempo. A little bit of keyboard so that they can follow the rhymes. But if there's bass guitar combo, lead guitar combo, don't route it into their mix. And right from your setting, when you are doing a sound check, make sure you get a good gain structure while everybody is there and they strike their guitar, they're talking drum and everything. Once that is set, they can hear themselves very well. Because if you don't give them a top and a sub at their rear, very close to them, into their ear, do you know that ordinarily drum set make surrounding noise, ambience noise, when you are beating it, either inside the hall or outside. When you are beating, you hear the noise. And as an engineer, it is your duty to make sure that when you are setting up, your own output from your speaker dominates or overrides the sound of the drum set itself. So if your settings, your speaker settings, stage settings for the drummers, your speaker doesn't override the drum set sound, the ambience noise, the environment noise, then you'll be having problem with these guys. Because the noise they are hearing from drum set alone is noisy. And it is not proper for them. That's why you see they create in-ear monitor in a good concert. They don't give them all this thing I'm telling you. Where you have a digital mixer, they create an iPhone, iPhone and iPad, what with one. So they create in-ear monitor. Where you see the drummer putting in microphone, earpiece inside the ear, so that it cut off the noise of the drum is beating. So if you can't do in-ear monitor, you have to give them something that will dominate or that will suppress the sound coming from the drum set, the natural sound. It must not be here. They will complain they can't hear themselves. The same with the talking drummer, they goes together. So if you want to get a good mix, you need to really override the noise of the drum set, either indoor event or outdoor event. It is very important. If you don't override that drum set noise with your PA system, that they are hearing the drum set noise, they will complain. They will tell you they are not hearing themselves. And naturally, they are not supposed to be hearing themselves from that drum set. They're supposed to be hearing themselves from the PA system, that audio system that is created for output. I don't know whether you are clear with my answer. Which, if you can do that, it will help. Yeah, hello. 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 Okay.
Yeah, I got your the teaching side. I got what you said. But like I still say, those guys, they are extremely they are difficult. Even if we give them all what they need, even at the sound check level, once the program
music concert, proper, yes,
like let me say like 30 minutes or 1 hour after, they will still complain. Engineer, you have touched something. You have bring my microphone down. I can't hear myself. And the one that will be like, I'm okay at first. Later, they will start complaining till the end of the event. Even in church, they are like that. They will tell you, but I don't know, like, my other colleagues are listening and they are,
okay.
They have
Mr. Shola,
you.
So that we can
Yeah, I'm
give
with you.
other, and so that we can give other time also to 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 ask their questions. But briefly, what I would just advise you to do is that you really need to study the people that you are playing with. I've been to concerts too, where I have talking drama and profession and people that are there. It's hard. I know there are some that are not professional talking drama, self drama, all these guys that they beat drums, they just do everything. They don't understand sound. But if you go to a good standard, I mean, you meet people. So it has to do with the people you are dealing with. Because most of them, I can tell you categorically that they are losing their hearing to this loudness that we are producing for them in the speaker. But they don't know they are getting deaf or deaf gradually. The speaker is gradually damaging their hearing. As they ask you for more, their ear is going. But you can only lecture them and help them. But if they don't want your help, that ear that is damaging until it finish to the end. Because there's no way somebody will say, I can't hear myself when you put a full range and a sub and it's telling you that you have done something. It means that that person is gradually losing his hearing and we are the cause. And we are not helping them. So we need to help them. If not, they will lose their hearing. They won't be able to hear anything at a particular point in time. They will lose hearing. They won't hear. Because that speaker, I know a time I was installing PV and I was using PV speaker. PV speaker will write, they always wrote behind their speaker that don't move closer to this speaker. This speaker can permanently damage hearing. I think they still write it now, PV. Go and check any PV product, look at what they wrote there. They will tell you, and don't move closer to this speaker. This speaker can permanently damage hearing. It's a warning. They used to write it there. But because these guys and most of us that engineer, we don't allow them to understand. We keep on tuning it up and their ear is going. So if they are complaining they can't hear, sincerely they can't hear. It's just that they are losing their hearing. But we can help them. And that's why we are professionals. By letting them know that you are gradually damaging your hearing. Let me give you a volume that can suit you. And you try to understand them. You don't argue with them, but you explain to them with love so that they can understand you. Thank you. Is there any other person with another question?